Welcome back to TylerMedeirosTV. Today we're diving into a chilling story that will haunt your dreams long after the lights go out. It's about a face that shouldn't exist and the curse it brings. If you enjoy videos like this, make sure you go ahead and like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more content. Grab your popcorn and turn off the lights. This one's not for the faint of heart. Meet James, an average guy who loved Halloween more than anyone else. One fateful Halloween night, he threw a wild party at his house, complete with costumes, games, and of course, a haunted house in his backyard. Little did he know, he was about to unleash something terrifying. As the night progressed, James decided to scare his friends by putting on a sinister mask he found in an old thrift store. It was a grotesque face, twisted and malevolent. He thought it would be the perfect way to up the spooky factor. But after he wore it, strange things began to happen. His friends reported seeing a dark figure lurking outside the windows, and a shadow that seemed to follow James wherever he went. The next day, one of his friends, Ashley, told James she had a bad feeling about the mask. She recalled a local legend about a cursed face that appeared to those who disrespected the spirit of Halloween. James shrugged it off, dismissing her warnings. But as days turned into weeks, the sightings of the face continued. It would appear in reflections, in the corner of his vision, always just out of reach. One night as James was getting ready for bed, he caught a glimpse of the face in the hallway mirror. It was no longer just a shadow. The features were clear, eyes hollow and staring, and a gaping jaw stretched with a grin. He froze, heart racing. Suddenly, the lights flickered and the face seemed to leap from the mirror. Rushing toward him, James stumbled back, falling to the ground. When he looked up, it was gone. From that night on, the haunting escalated. James would wake to find the face hovering over him, whispering his name in a chilling voice. His friends began to distance themselves, claiming they felt an unsettling presence whenever they were around him. He tried to get help, but no one believed him. Doctors thought he was experiencing stress or hallucinations. But James knew the truth. The face was real and it was hunting him. Desperate to rid himself of the curse, James researched the legend and found an old book in the library. It spoke of a ritual that could banish the face, but it required a sacrifice. Something precious must be given up on Halloween night. With Halloween approaching again, James felt the pressure mounting. The unease and night terrors grew more persistent. It began to torment him daily, showing up in places where it shouldn't be. His work, his car, even in the reflection of the TV screen.
As the second Halloween drew near, my mind was a tempest of anxiety and dread. I kept replaying last year's events, searching for clues, desperate to understand what had happened. The mask I thought was just a fun accessory had become a nightmare, a living part of me that whispered dark secrets in the quiet hours of the night. Every time I caught a glimpse of my reflection, a wave of horror washed over me. My own face seemed foreign, twisted into something sinister. I felt as though I was losing myself, the mask's presence creeping deeper into my psyche, warping my thoughts and emotions. What was real anymore? Was I becoming the very monster I had tried to escape? The memories of last Halloween flooded back with a suffocating intensity. The laughter of friends felt like echoes from a different life, overshadowed by the looming figure in that photograph. I could almost feel its eyes on me, an insatiable hunger lurking just beneath the surface of my consciousness. It wasn't just haunting me, it was trying to reclaim me. I knew I had to confront this nightmare, to face the very essence of the face that haunted me. But as the days passed, a paralyzing fear gripped me. What if I didn't come back? What if I was forever lost in that darkness? I felt like a puppet, strings tangled with a malevolent force tied to my soul. I was terrified not just of the encounter, but of the person I might become if I failed.
As As the second Halloween approached, James felt a heavy weight on his shoulders. It wasn't just the usual anxiety that came with preparing for the festivities. Something far more sinister loomed over him. He began to realize that the mask he'd worn the previous year had transformed from a mere haunting into something much more intimate and disturbing. It had become an inseparable part of him, creeping into the corners of his mind and twisting his very essence. In a desperate attempt to understand this unnerving connection, James searched into his old photographs from last year's Halloween. He stumbled upon a photo that was taken of him at his last party. At first glance, it seemed innocent, a festive gathering of friends, laughter frozen in time. But upon closer inspection, he noticed it. A shadowy figure lurking in the background, its features obscured but unmistakably recognizable. The face which had haunted his dreams was there, staring back at him. That night he stood before the bathroom mirror, dread pooling in his stomach. As he gazed at his reflection, he was struck by horror. The image staring back was distorted and malevolent, his own features twisted in grotesque parody. The lines of his face darkened and contorted into a sinister grin. The eyes once filled with life now glimmered with a chilling emptiness. In that moment of revelation, the truth sank in like a dagger to the heart. The mask had not merely been an accessory. It had bound his very soul to the malevolent spirit of that haunting face. It was a curse that entwined him, an unholy bond forged in the darkness of last Halloween. The only way to break free from this torment was to confront the face that had ensnared him, to face the embodiment of his fears one last time on Halloween night. Yet as he contemplated this confrontation, a chilling realization washed over him. There were no guarantees he would emerge unscathed. As the clock struck midnight on Halloween, James prepared himself for the final confrontation. The air felt electric, thick with anticipation. The malevolent face that had tormented him for so long loomed closer, its whispering voice echoing in his mind. He knew he had to perform the ritual correctly, or he would be consumed by the darkness forever. The faces of his loved ones flashed in his mind, reminding him why he had to fight. Would James be able to complete the ritual before the face reclaimed him? The struggle between light and darkness played out as the seconds counted down. Would he make it past midnight and see next Halloween night? Or would the face finally claim him as its own? If you enjoyed this video, make sure you go ahead and like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more content. And remember, stay curious and keep exploring the unknown.